Welcome, traveller, to Lantern in the Fog. Tonight, we walk the moors of Scotland under moonlit sky, where the wail of the Banshee is said to pierce the veil between the living and the dead. Though often tied to Irish folklore, tales of the Caoineag, the Scottish Banshee, run just as deep and cold through the Highlands and glens. Her cries are not merely sad, they are a warning, a death knell. These are stories whispered from lochside cottages and passed down through generations. Whether folklore or fact, that's for you to decide. But if you ever hear a woman sobbing outside your window on a still night, don't open the door. Story 1. The Cry at Glencoe. In 1978, a hill walker named Douglas MacRae was spending the night alone near Glencoe, a place already steeped in blood and sorrow from the infamous 1692 massacre. He had pitched a tent near the ruins of an old croft. As darkness settled and mist rolled in, he heard what he first thought was an injured animal, a long, high-pitched wail echoing through the glen. But as he stepped outside, torch in hand, he saw a pale figure hunched near the edge of the cliff, a woman in a tattered grey shawl, long hair blowing though the night was windless. She was crying, not sobbing like a person, but more like a mournful keening that made the air feel thick. Douglas called out, but the figure didn't respond. As he moved closer, she vanished, not into the mist, but in an instant, like a candle blown out. The next morning, when he returned to town, he learned his grandmother had died in the night. She had been born in Glencoe, just a short walk from where he camped. To this day, Douglas believes the Caoineag came to warn him. Story 2. The Banshee of Loch Maree. In 1993, a local nurse named Isla Fraser was driving the A832 near Loch Maree, heading home after a long shift. As she passed the dense pine woods flanking the road, she noticed a woman standing barefoot at the edge of the loch, dressed in old-fashioned clothes. The woman looked wet, as if she'd just walked out of the water. Isla slowed down, worried she might be in trouble. But as she looked closer, the woman lifted her head. Her eyes were black, not empty, but reflective, like deep loch water at night. Then came the scream, a shrill, piercing wail that filled the car even with the windows shut. Isla's vision blurred, and she swerved off the road, narrowly missing a tree. When she reported the incident to locals in Gairloch, one elderly man grew pale and muttered, "You saw her, the mourning woman. My DA used to say she appears when someone from the old clans is about to die." That night, a boating accident on Loch Maree claimed the life of a young local boy from the Mackenzie line, a descendant of one of the original Highland clans. Story 3. The Woman Beneath the Stones. Edinburgh, 2001. In the heart of Edinburgh, beneath the cobblestones of the old town, construction workers unearthed a sealed chamber beneath a demolished tenement. Inside, they found bones, female, unmarked, and wrapped in a decayed tartan. The chamber was sealed again and passed off as a forgotten burial, but strange things began happening around the site. A night watchman, Alistair Kerr, swore he heard crying from beneath the ground, a woman wailing as if buried alive. The other workers laughed, until he disappeared. His body was later found in a narrow stairwell, eyes wide open in terror, yet without a single mark on him. The police ruled it a heart attack, but the construction foreman, a superstitious man from Skye, halted the project. He said the Caoineag had been disturbed, a banshee wrongly entombed, her cries unanswered for centuries. The building was never completed. The site remains empty. The banshee doesn't kill. She doesn't chase. She simply warns, a harbinger of death cloaked in sorrow and shadow. But in the quiet glens of Scotland, when the night is still and the fog creeps low, her cry might still be heard. Thank you for joining us tonight on Lantern in the Fog. If you've ever heard the wail of a woman in the night, let us know in the comments, or perhaps, keep it to yourself. Until next time, keep your lanterns lit, and never follow the crying into the mist.